What's up? What's up? What's up? Donnie and the Lions thing. Hello, hello, hello. Again, Libra season we in. Happy birthday to the Aries. Happy birthday to all of y'all. Um, Today's hot topic. Let's get into it. It's about releasing limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs could be in any subject of your life. You could have limiting beliefs in money, love, health, possibilities, starting a business, going back to school, finishing school, um, making friends, people liking you. There's many limiting beliefs that we may have in our life, and some of them are um, in our subconscious mind. Like, say you want a job making $50,000 a year, and you have a limiting belief that people who make $50,000 a year cheat on their wife or cheat on their husband, and they just don't know what to do with their money, or they had to um, sleep with their boss to get to that position, or they had, maybe they cut their coworker, you know what I mean, not cut them physically, but they had to cut their coworker in a way where they maybe pushed him out of the way or something. So you have these limiting beliefs that are in your subconscious mind, aka your body, that may be not allowing you to reach your goals. And so releasing those has been a journey of mine, that I'm on, along with most of the topics that I'm going to be talking about on this channel. But releasing those limiting beliefs takes time. Once you realize you might have them, they may have been with you for a long time, you know. Um, Maybe it was a movie you saw at 10 and you might be 32 years old at this point, So um, that's a long time to have a belief. So creating a new one won't take that long, but it will take some time. It takes, I always say my favorite number is three. So about 3 months to create a new habit. So in that time, you can also create a new belief. So releasing that belief, first off, is acknowledging any area in your life where you haven't been successful that you want to. And then once you acknowledge that you haven't been successful in that area, figuring out why. For me, with my health or my weight, I was listening to a motivational speaker earlier this year, Lisa Nichols, and she said that she had put on a lot of weight and wasn't necessarily sure where it came from. It was kind of just existing, and I'm paraphrasing. I don't know, verbatim what she said, but for the most part, her husband had got locked up, and she didn't want to date anyone else. She wanted to be loyal to her husband. So subconsciously, her body became unattractive. And for me, the person that I am mentally, I am a very loyal person when I'm dating. And even when I'm single, I don't want to be looked at as a person who is loose. So a lot of the time, I look at a lot of beautiful humans. I see humans in general, and so I'm always looking. And then I'm also intuitive and empathic, so I'm also seeing their beauty along with their auric field, and maybe any um, ancestral beings along with them. And sometimes they're on their shoulders, on their back, you know, on their legs, even sometimes, like kids or something, like little puppies running around. So it's always something to look at. And then just how people dress and how they smell and how things are flowing and if they're confident. And there's many things to look at people. And sometimes it's just like, huh. I feel like there is a cartoon movie called Paranorman, and my visuals aren't that good, but I do see, like, shadow-esque sometimes. but it's just I see more than most people, and so people always see me looking and like, what are you looking at? And I just witness more than I guess most people, but I have a vivid imagination as well, so um, it's always going. It's not, I can't put a stop to it. So that's why I feel like sometimes I may have missed my calling for either coding, animation, cartoon work, um, because my imagination is just like so on spot, and that got inspired when I took a accidentally, actually I didn't even want to take it, but I took an improv class, and it literally changed my mind and how I thought, how I was able to come up with it, stuff on the spot. um, and I loved it. It was a drama class, not an improv class. It was a drama class in school. So two classes that I actually took by accident, that one and keyboarding. Didn't want to take either one of those. It was like a last minute decision, and it wound up both of them changing my life. Um, but limiting beliefs have stopped me from being confident. Um, Limiting beliefs has stopped me from traveling as much as I want, when I want, purchasing homes, um, getting into shape financially, being stable. In many areas of my life, I've had a lot of limiting beliefs. And then once I found out that I had some, I created a limiting belief then too. Like, oh, I'm never gonna, get through this. And so I had to, really buckle down and say, you know what? I've had them. I'm in my late 30s at this point. So any beliefs that I've had took some time to become a belief. And then I found out that the belief is just a thought that you repeat. Um, so I've been repeating a lot of them. And I had a lot of thoughts on people that were wealthy. I I had to reconstruct my beliefs on what I thought a wealthy person was like. My beliefs were not conducive to where I wanted to be. So I had to recalibrate that, and noticing that, whether you have a person who knows how to do witchcraft or they have $50 million, either one of them could do bad or good with either one of those gifts. If you're a witchcraft, you could put a spell on someone who's hurt your feelings. If you have $50 million, you can pay $10,000 to go hurt somebody, for someone to go hurt them. Or if you have witchcraft, you can help the earth around you. You can help people acknowledge who they are, complete their dreams, do what they've come here to do. And if you have $50 million, you can be the person who sets up schools in different countries, allow different people to have running water where they may have not normally had that. Also, it's possible that limiting beliefs for you might just be talking to strangers, making friends. I can't make friends. There's no one to trust. And that may have come from school and parents. You don't talk to strangers. That might be a limiting belief, that needs to be updated. Because if every student heard that, then you too are a stranger. And so we need to update that. There are some people out here in this world that are not necessarily capable of letting life exist as it was before they met them. You know what I mean? In not a good way, like a bad way. And there's some people who are, and filtering through and taking chances and being open is a part of life. And I feel like sometimes we limit ourselves in so many ways that we have a goal and not aware of why we can't reach it. Why can't I ever make friends? You may have a limiting belief that says you shouldn't talk to people. Why am I so awkward? Stranger danger, all those classes that we took as a kid, and you got dare, and especially when you're going to the club. That's the one place where you're drinking alcohol and someone could poison your drink, so your subconscious mind, I realize now, is very much like an assistant. They are a network of energies inside of you that support you, and whatever belief you have, conscious or subconscious, they're going to help you achieve it. um, if you have a belief that every time you go to the grocery store, they're going to leave out a bag, that's a limiting belief, but it's a belief, and that's going to be your experience. Where you could update that belief to every time I go to the grocery store, I remember to check for my bags. It's not the cashier's fault if I'm not checking either. Like, how many times do I need to go to the grocery store before I step up and make sure that I have my own bags? So that's a belief that you could update. And you don't have to be mean about it. Sometimes people want to be mean. Nope, I need to check. But and I get it, because that's a trip back. But updating your beliefs is also something that I feel like we don't think we need to do. But our phones update. We get iPhone, Android updates, new phones, new TVs, new cars. Everything updates but our beliefs. And beliefs are like traditions, Like, well, my parents thought it and I'm okay. If you were okay, you wouldn't have to go to therapy. You wouldn't have, children who are crying because you were mean to them, or you wouldn't be mad at your parent. You know what I mean? Like, you're not okay. You're alive, yes, but some traditions or beliefs can use some updating. And religion sometimes has a big play in that. And when I look at any religion, at the base of it, they're there to teach you to be the best person you can be. And so many times I feel like we read it and we know it, and now we're the best person we can be at that moment, and then we then judge people who aren't there just yet. Look at them, still doing this. They ain't up to God's word. They ain't listening to, whatever the religion may be. And it's not for you to say where someone else should be on their journey, or me, for that example, for that same reason. Like, I know I'm into crystals and stones and meditating and affirmations, law of attraction, laws of the universe, laws of nature, but that's my thing. That's what makes me excited. Someone may be a Buddhist, someone may be Christian, someone may be Catholic, someone may be atheist, someone may be I don't know. There's so many Muslim, so many different religions, and for the first time in my life, I've let go of limited beliefs that I can't have friends in any of those sectors. I've let go that I couldn't be friends with an atheist if they don't believe in it, or a Muslim, or no. I let that go because honestly, those are people who found something that they like. What's wrong with that? Blue team, red team. Maybe we have different views, but at the end of the day, you're a human who has found something that you like. I like that. I like when we find things that we like as humans. And I've let go of the limiting belief that I need to judge anyone. You know? And sometimes people say, well, what about the criminals? Don't we need to judge them? And honestly, on any level, we're not here to judge anyone. There's boundaries that we have created and we've gotten comfortable with, but animals exist every day without jail or hospitals. We create animal hospitals, but they do their pregnancies. You know what I mean? Like they do their counts. I don't even know what kind of counseling they have, but animals survive without any of the amenities typically that we have, except for the ones that we call pets and we've taken into our home and we have to take care of. But um, I've let go of a lot of limited beliefs in regards to um, my interactions with other humans. I have increased the beliefs in what I want to accomplish as far as myself. Um, it's been nice. It's been different. It's been a journey. Um, it's been enlightening too, to experience life from a different point of view. Um, and as always, there's tons of YouTube videos on limiting beliefs. There's articles. There's books. Um, and I know that sometimes with beliefs, it may be that the belief that you have may have come from a parent or a loved one or someone you honor, and when you tell someone to not believe in something that someone that they love and trust taught them, that's big because you're telling me to go against them. And here's a example of a belief that one might have that may need some updating when it comes to people who don't like another race. They were taught that, you know? So even when I see them now, someone could be in my face right now and I know that that person was taught that. They could call me any name that they wanted at this point. With the exception of hitting me, I would understand why they felt what they felt because a loved one taught them that. Now, is what they're saying right? No. But I understand that someone taught them that. And those are beliefs that are passed down from generation to generation, and you just believe it. If you grew up with a parent who said this particular race can't drive, oh, they can't drive. You grow up and you start manifesting it by way of law of attraction, and you get into an accident with one, and you're like, oh, see, my mom said y'all can't drive. I knew it. And there's a lot of law of attraction and beliefs that go into the encounters or experiences that we have that we're unaware of. We like to be right. Our mind, more so, likes to be right. And so if we have a belief, then our mind helps us create opportunities for it to be right, you know? Um, so I no longer have any limiting beliefs about any race, um, any group of people, um, or myself, more specifically, myself. I've let go of a lot of limiting beliefs about myself. Um, it's been consistent releasing. It's not you just wake up and you're like, you go do some EFT tapping or something, and you're like, I release all my limiting beliefs, and they're gone. It's something that, again, it's a repetitive new thought that I'm open to infinite beliefs, if anything. So I hope that this was helpful to someone and maybe spark some sort of interest of any belief that you might have in your thought process that might need some updating, might need some, do I need to update this or delete it? I don't know. Let me get back to it. I know it's something to be questioned. So we're going to put this in a holding folder until I get some clarity. And then ask, pray. I don't know what you pray, journal about it, meditate about it, Updating the beliefs and deleting some is definitely a process. And I hope that you get inspired to start that process for you and figure out what that might mean and how that may look. Again, life coaches, therapists, if you have insurance by any means, definitely give them a buzz and, hey, do you have anything that might cover me for going to see a therapist? And they have a list. I would, if they do cover you, get their list because it's easier to do it that way. That way you don't have to call random therapists and see if you're covered and all that jazz. Get the list directly from your company, and it's usually helpful that way. But I wanna say I'm sending you a big hug. Today is third eye chakra. Um, so this is your intuition, your strength of your outer influences influencing who you are. And the affirmation I create for this topic, hot topic of the day, is I'm so happy and grateful to have infinite belief. I'm so happy and grateful to believe in my thought process improving. I'm so happy and grateful to have beliefs that are aligned with my goals. I'm so happy and grateful for this moment. I am so happy and grateful to follow my intuition. I am so happy and grateful. Thank you. Breathe in. Be you. Peace.